Hello, welcome. Welcome to Parent Orientation 2020 style. This is not how any of us envisioned this year to start, but as the saying goes, it is what it is. And what you see around you is where you would normally be. This is the beautiful sanctuary of La Casa de Cristo. So I figured if we can't have you come with us, at least you can be in the spirit of where we normally are. So nonetheless, we are happy to be here. And I want to introduce myself. My name is Trish Langenhuizen, or the kids will call me Mrs. L. You can call me Trish, but the kids call me Mrs. L. And they have done that for the last 35 years. I've been on staff 35 years here at La Casa. Scary and amazing at the same time, right? It is my pleasure and my privilege to be the director. I've worn many hats, and you'll see a few different ones tonight, but I've worn many hats: PE, assistant director, but I have been director for 19 years, and nothing has given me greater pleasure. I had 3 children come through La Casa. My oldest one was the very first 3-year-old class, so there, hence the old factor. All 3 of my children and 7 of my 9 grandchildren have come through La Casa. And I promise you, and I guarantee you, everything that I wanted for my lovies is what I want for your children. And I assure you with everything in my heart that that's what you will receive for your children. That's what we're here for, and that's what we do best. I want to let you know that I am privileged, as I said, and blessed to be the director. I am also blessed by having 2 people around me on a daily basis that sometimes make me look good. That's their job, right? But sometimes I always need a lot of help. So I have a right hand and a left hand, and sometimes they switch places. But 2 of my administrative team are very, very important to me and to this school. First and foremost is Cheryl Costello. She's the assistant director, and you'll recognize her later in the beginning of the school year. She's going to be having a lab coat on too, and we'll talk about that. But Mrs. Costello is entering her 33rd year at La Casa. And remind you, preschool's only 38 years old, so that's a long time in one place, and her dedication is unrivaled. She shares time in the office with the mini threes. I have to give her out on Tuesday and Thursday to love the mini threes. So she's teacher, she's assistant director, and she is my right hand. The other person, you'll get to know her, even though you see her behind a sneeze guard in the preschool office, again, the 2020 style, but her smiling face will always be there. She is our office manager, and she is everything to everybody. You will know her. If you've seen her face, then her smile lights you up. If you've called in, it's a face you want to know. So Vicki Kaler is our office manager, but the 3 of us are always here for you. We are dedicated to La Casa, but we are dedicated to the families that make La Casa. So you are the reason we are here. So never feel like you are going to burden us, or that we're too busy, or that we've got more things to do. You are what we do. So we need to see you if you need to see us. Our doors are always open. So collectively, we're here for you. We'll hang up our little doctor shingle, and we will talk you down off the ledge, whatever you need to do. But just know that our hearts and our doors are always open. I'm going to turn my page so I don't forget anything. There are 2 very important women, as well as the administrative team and the teachers, who you will get to know, because they're going to send a little video as well. But who you may not see often, especially in this times when we can't have you into the classroom or on campus as much as we would love to have you. Mrs. Golubit is our PE teacher, and Mrs. Donovan is our music teacher. Mrs. Donovan, remind you I said it was 38 years, the preschool. She's been here 37 of those 38 years. So, you know, I think her tenure here speaks for itself. She is our music enrichment director, teacher. She developed the music program. She has a music education background. She's got 8 kids of her own, 9,000 kids of her own, and tens of thousands of La Casa kids, because she's had every single one of these kiddos that has come through La Casa. Her expertise is unmatched. We just will not see her in the classroom until probably about January, when it's safer to have music classes. Mrs. Golubit also, she has the best job on campus. She gets paid to play. And play she does, but the children think they're playing, but they're learning to grow in their body, in their spirit, in every single way physically. So this is our PE teacher, Mrs. Golubit. And she is new to staff, but certainly not new in experience or love for the children. So she's going to help them grow, and at the end of the school year, God willing. We will have an Olympics that we did not get to have last year, so she can show off all the kids' talents. Although you've heard it before, it bears repeating that all teachers at La Casa, every one of them, are well educated, well trained. They've chosen this profession because they love children. They love La Casa, but they love children. So every child that comes through our doors is their mission. And because they feel it's a blessing and a privilege to teach, and teach they have. I've already given you a couple stats on myself and Cheryl and Vicky's 31st year and Mrs. Donovan's year, but we have collectively, we have teachers approaching their 30 year, some surpassing 25 years, and many in their 20 years here at La Casa. The newbies are 14 years. So we have a well-tenured staff, well-educated, as I said, but they are dedicated to La Casa, and I'll tell you, I rival you to find that in any other workplace. So La Casa remains committed to a simple philosophy. We provide a teaching model which is proven to be the best for children. We provide a quality experience beyond the classroom as well, and above all, it is our right, our privilege, and our obligation to bring the word of the Lord to children. Now, there are a few details I would like to bring to your attention, and because it's 2020 and a pandemic year and all of those anomalies that have made this year such a challenge in many ways, but again, such a joy to be able to welcome you here, there are a few protocols that we just have to put in place. And first and foremost, we have to maintain a healthy preschool environment. It is incumbent upon all of us to take and do our part to keep ourselves healthy, to keep your children healthy, to keep your family healthy. And we want these kiddos to stay in school. We are so blessed to be in person, and you all know what I'm referencing. We are very blessed to have children here on campus, but we want them to stay here. And we want you to be able to come back here and be safe. So make the decisions that you make that are good and healthy for your own family helps our La Casa family. So first and foremost, if you are sick, stay home. We love you, but stay home. If you are thinking you're getting sick, stay home. We love you, but stay home. If you felt sick yesterday and you're not quite yet feeling great, we love you, but stay home. If you're getting the theme here, stay home. I guarantee your children will graduate summa cum laude and even maybe get a PhD if they've missed 1 or 2 days of preschool. It is not worth the risk this year especially. COVID notwithstanding, we will have flu, we will have other illnesses, and children are really social beings. There's no social distance with a 3 or a 4-year-old. It's hard enough for our age. So remember that they will be in close contact. The closer they are, the more likely they are to get something that another child has brought in. So if your child has a cough, don't be that mama that brings him with the cough, because we're all gonna say, oh, please go home. And we might say please, but we are gonna say, go home. So I will say again, please make sure that your child is healthy to come to school. Take their own temperature before they get to school, but once they do, we will have our own little triage section out in front of the preschool, and you all know about it. I'm going to put a map up here, and you will have this in your packet. I'm going to attach a packet to this. So you'll have this little map. The most important thing is that you're going to come around the perimeter of the preschool campus, or the whole church campus actually, and then come and feed off into a 2-lane triage. We'll just quick give you a little temperature take, and we're not going to invade your privacy in any way other than just a quick temp. We will give you a pass, and then you will be able to proceed onto the preschool campus. And we'll talk about a little bit more about that, but stay in your cool car. Keep your children in their seat belts, keep your children, yourself safe and cool while we just triage really quickly. Once you're given a pass, you can go through the main breezeway, and there is only one way on and one way off the campus this year. No playground access, no sliding in down by 301. We only have 2 places, the main breezeway. So after we triage you, give you a pass and you park, you come in through the main breezeway, and then you will quickly say goodbye at the door, no going in the classroom, and then a quick exit out the side gate. And those landmarks will make sense to you even if you're a new student. But easy on and easy off, and honestly, the quicker the better this year, till we can maintain a healthy gathering. So for right now, it's get on, get off, and we'll see you at 12 o'clock or 12:45 or 1:45 as your day chooses for your child. There are some enrollment forms, and I'm not going to make this much longer because you've seen all of these. But number one is the blue form. It's not blue when you've downloaded it on the website, but this is a state form. It is the emergency contact form, and it's extremely important. You will not be able to start school without that on file. So if there's any questions about you having it, don't worry, we're going to let you know if you don't. The other thing is the yellow permission card. It is a redundancy as far as the people that can pick up your child, and your teachers will explain a little bit more about that. We will ID anybody that comes to the door, especially at the beginning of the school year, because we don't know you quite yet. And they'll go through some of the protocols on that. But we need to know who can pick up your child besides you and your husband or your grandmother or whomever. And that information is found on the yellow card. It is also a permission slip to let you know that we go to the gym for PE, or we have a Facebook page, and we have a website, and we protect that social media, but I want you to know that we do have those social platforms. Payment policies, that lets us know that you know how much we're going to charge you. We did not have a tuition increase this year, which I'm very proud that we've done that even in COVID times, and we did have a reduction in the lunch bunch and discovery. We're careful about everybody's budget, so when you get more information about that, take a look at those programs. The student questionnaire, this helps the teachers to kind of know about you, not about you. They don't care about you, they care about your child. So make sure that they have information about your child, and that'll kind of help to get a little window into what they're like. And then the last one, this is an important perfunctory COVID state of the world. It's the health guidelines. Everyone needs to sign that so that I know that you know there are germs out there, and they're dangerous germs. And I want you to acknowledge that and let us know that you will let us know that if you are sick, you are going to stay home. We love you, but stay home, remember. And then that you will let us know if you've been exposed, and then we will all pray for you, and then we will see you in about 2 weeks. Attached to this email, I'm going to give you this parent orientation outline. It will go through a lot of the things that I've mentioned briefly here, but if I've mentioned them tonight, it's because I want you to really pay attention to the things that are the most important. School policies about birthday treats and things like that that are in here are important, but the most important one is the health of our students and the health of you as a family member bringing your child. That's really, really of utmost importance this year, that we keep a healthy environment, and also that you understand. I'm going to just plug this in because usually I say this in front of everybody. If it is green, it is not allergies. So when you find that section in this little part about exclusions from preschool, that's what I mean. You'll know more about that. The parent orientation outline is going to be attached. As I said, read it carefully through all the sections. If you have any questions on any of it, then you're going to remember that our doors are open and that you can come to us. Your children are a blessing, and we are very, very privileged to have them. Now, remember I said you're going to know Cheryl because she's going to have a lab coat on. Let me do a little bit of fashion change for you. This is how your children and you will meet me the first day. And I will have this in my hand. And I will have a daily pass in my hand. And I will have a little packet of bubbles. And the bubbles are to remind you that we are creating a Casa bubble here. It is so, so important that you are careful about your child's health. You are careful about every other child's health, and that you help us to be careful about every person on this campus's health. So in the morning, as you pull up in the car, we're going to, real quick, we will give you a pass and says, have a good day. And the bubbles on the very first day of your classes will be to remind you, please don't burst this bubble for us. We have worked so hard to get you back here. We don't want to lose you. So make sure that you are keeping safe. And I will finish in the way that we finish every single day here at school. We start our day and we end our day in prayer. So as I remind you that you are important to us, I will keep you in my personal prayers for sure, but then I will offer the following closing prayer to all of us. Heavenly Father, each new year awakens in each of us our expectations, concerns, and even uncertainties for our children. Help us to face the challenges and embrace the joys presented before us. As collectively parents and staff, we strive to bring our very best to these children. With your help and guidance, may they always remain a priority in our lives. Please inspire us to also always remain faith-filled. Faith gives us the assurance that you will walk with us as we work for the things that we hope for. We hope that each child experiences the love of Jesus and grows in spirit and body, that each child experiences the love of learning and grows in intellect, and that each member of our La Casa family feels your presence in all things. We trust this and look forward to the yet to be enjoyed little miracles of the coming year by your grace and love. Let your light shine upon us always. In your Son's name we pray, amen. Welcome to La Casa. It's going to be a great year. Thank you.